Culinary Class Wars has become one of the most watched and talked about Korean shows lately, but despite its popularity, there are a ton of interesting hidden details that most viewers have completely missed. The series has attracted the attention of viewers worldwide thanks to its unique twist on the survival show genre, and featured the white team of 20 well-known and established chefs competing against the black team of 80 owners of small restaurants and less-known cooks. As the competitors took part in a series of challenges to determine the best chef, some of them became very popular among viewers, and even the already famous chefs were glad that they decided to appear on the show. One of the most notable competitors in the series was Edward Lee, who ended the show as the runner-up. Appearing on the TV show You Quiz on the Block, he spoke about his experience with Culinary Class Wars and why he decided to take part in the competition. He explained that as a Korean-American chef, all of his restaurants are in the United States, so he doesn't get many Korean customers, but he's still proud of his heritage. He confessed that at first he wasn't too eager to go on TV because he was scared that he could embarrass himself and ruin his reputation. However, he ultimately decided to participate when he heard that the series was a Korean program, as he wanted to show his version of Korean cuisine to the world. He even promised himself that he was only going to use Korean ingredients and that he would avoid doing dishes that he had already done in the past. Many viewers didn't notice this detail, but Edward kept true to his promise throughout the entire competition, and his determination brought him all the way to the final. He went on to explain that after the huge success of the show, a lot of people reached out to him on social media, and he became so popular that when he took the subway, nearly 50 people approached him. Now he's one of the most famous chefs in Korea, and he has already expressed his desire to open a restaurant there too. A competitor who was instead very disappointed with the show is Ahn Yu-song, a member of the white team and a famous Korean chef who specializes in Japanese cuisine. He spoke about the reason why he joined the competition, sharing that the production team selected him after he said that he would sharpen some knives. During the show, Yu-song did well in the initial rounds, passing all the challenges. However, everything changed in the fourth round when the 15 remaining competitors were divided into 3 teams of 5. In this round, each team had 24 hours to create their own restaurants from the ground up, including the concept, menu, pricing, and preparing the ingredients. This seemed like an exciting and unique contest, but the entire thing was disrupted when 6 hours into the mission, the producers revealed that each team had to vote to expel the least helpful member. The 3 eliminated members would then form their own team and compete with the other chefs in this round. 2 competitors volunteered to be eliminated, but Yu-song was instead voted out of his team, and this created an uncomfortable atmosphere among the chefs. In the end, the disadvantage for the team composed of the eliminated chefs was too much, and they were all eliminated. The decision to add this twist to the mission was heavily criticized by viewers, with many feeling that it was too unfair and that it undermined the entire concept of the show, as only focused on judging the best dishes. Yu-song expressed his feelings about this mission, saying, "I wish the rules were a bit more fair." He then shared that a lot of younger viewers were especially disappointed about his elimination, and many told him that it was like watching their father being treated unfairly at work. Despite the difficult situation, Yu-song revealed that he kept a good relationship with his teammates, and the decision to eliminate him was only taken after a lot of discussion. He then explained that his elimination was made much more dramatic by the editing of the show, so many viewers misunderstood the true feelings of the chefs involved. He added that despite what it may seem, everyone did their best to respect the rules. In any case, he thanked fans for their support and wished that the success of the show would help revitalize the struggling restaurant industry. Another famous chef who spoke about his experience on the show is Joseph Lidgerwood. Originally from Australia, he opened a restaurant in South Korea and learned Korean cuisine, receiving a Michelin star for his ability. Being a foreigner, many were surprised to see him there in the first place, but Joseph explained that he decided to join the competition to push himself and showcase his style to a wider audience. However, he admitted that it was a risky decision, and in fact, he was eliminated quite early in the competition. While his experience on the show was shorter than what he expected, he confessed that he learned a lot, and it was like a clean slate for him. Joseph also talked about some behind-the-scenes secrets that surprised him. For example, he explained that there was a 2-hour delay between making his dish and having it judged. He argued that such a long wait really affected the quality of his dishes, which were best tasted fresh. He also shared that the chefs didn't know that the judges would be blindfolded and would only take one bite, adding that knowing that in advance would have have been very helpful. Joseph also explained that filming the show took many hours, so much so that all the chefs became friends and showed their authentic personalities. He added that over time, the chefs began to share everything they had, and by the end, the show felt less like a rivalry and more like a collective effort. Joseph even revealed that the chefs have a group chat together and they still keep in touch even after the end of the series. The most notable competitor of the entire series, of course, was the winner, Napoli Matvia, whose real name is Kwon Song-joon. After the end of the series, he shared his thoughts on his experience, thanking all the fans who supported him. He also confessed that it was very hard to keep quiet for 7 months, as he couldn't reveal to anyone that he actually won the competition until the show finished airing. Despite his victory, Song-joon expressed some regret about his behavior on the series, saying that at times he acted too immaturely. He explained that he felt very intimidated and overwhelmed, so he tried to be more bold. However, while watching the show, he realized that sometimes he came across as too arrogant, so he apologized for his manners. He also apologized to his final opponent, Edward Lee, for the rude comments he made during the final round, admitting that he was once again too arrogant. While the competitors of the show surely became popular among viewers, a lot of attention was also directed to the two celebrity judges, Baek Jong-won and An Song-jae. After the end of the show, both of them talked about their experience with Culinary Class Wars. Jong-won confessed that he was worried about having to judge famous chefs, and revealed that wearing a blindfold while judging the dishes was an idea that the production team came up with. However, he shared that judging food while wearing a blindfold made everything even more difficult. He also explained that when more expert chefs were involved, it was almost impossible to determine a winner without some intervention. For this reason, he confessed that the judges gave penalties to the more well-known chefs. This seems to explain why the white team was often penalized and started losing all of a sudden, an element that made many viewers think that the show was rigged. Song-jae has also discussed his appearance on the show, revealing a lot of interesting details. He shockingly confirmed the rumor that the production team wanted him to go on a diet before the show, adding that they even told him that he couldn't appear unless he lost some weight. Nevertheless, he accepted the challenge because he wanted to bring fairness to the competition, arguing that there wasn't anyone in Korea with as much experience as him. Song-jae talked about some of the most notable competitors that left a mark on the show, and especially complimented Jung Ji-san, saying that he was amazed by her dishes inspired by Chinese cuisine. He also added that seeing the improvement of some of his former students, such as Triple Star, almost brought him to tears. He also talked about his relationship with Jong-won and confessed that they didn't get along very well. However, he added that since they were seeing things from different points of view, the competition was fairer. He then complimented Jong-won's skills, admitting that as the show went on, he grew to respect him more and more. Despite this, Song-jae added that he wouldn't back down from his opinions if he were to meet Jong-won again. This is actually a very real possibility, as Song-jae himself revealed that the production team has already approached him for another appearance in the second season. However, it's still too early to say if a second season is actually going to happen, and Song-jae said he needs to have more discussions with the production team.